Hi, Omega Khaos here again with another real life deck profile, and this time I'm showing my updated Dark Magician deck. Of course, you know I really like this deck as well. It of course has been hit by several ban lists, but it's still pretty strong, and now I finally have the Electromite as well, of course, but now it's of course limited to one, but that doesn't really hurt the deck too much, at least for me. So I guess let's go over this deck. So first monsters, first turn, 1 Supreme King Gate Infinity. It's pretty much the only scale 13 monster, but you can only depend on someone with this card if you have no monsters on your field. So I do use it because it still can be pretty useful, and it's an extra level 7 monster you can search out with Dark Worm. And of course your 2 Supreme King Gate Zeros, of course, which most people use in their Pendulum Magician decks. So of course it's a really good card as well. And of course your triple Supreme King Dragon Dark Worm. So essentially with this card you can search for any Supreme King Gate card from the deck. And of course if you have this card in the graveyard, you control no monster, you can spell summon this card from the graveyard as well. So it's, with Dragon's Shrine, it's essentially an enabler for Electromite. So definitely a very necessary card for this deck. Then of course your free Chronograph Sorcerer. Since Astrograph Magician is banned, it's your one of your main enablers for Electromite, as well as only way to summon Supreme King Sark in this deck. Then of course 1 Time Gazer Magician, of course to summon it out with a Chronograph Sorcerer, so pretty good. 1 Odice Pendulum Dragon, of course, since the Odice Magician is banned, you kinda have to use the original Odice or Arc Pendulum. But I do use the Arc Pendulum Dragon as well, since with Dragon's Shrine I can actually send this plus a Dark Worm, so it immediately gets me that material to the graveyard. But I still use the original Odice as well. Then you have other magicians. Purple Poison Magician, of course, a name for Starring Venom, and pretty good as well. Then triple Black Fang Magician, one of your main scalates, and of course name for Dark Rebellion. And then 2 White Wing Magicians, name for Cleaving Sugar Dragon, and itself is a tuner as well. Then 1 Xiaka Magician, it's actually an extra level 7 Pendulum Magician monster. Its effect is not really relevant, at least as a scale effect is not relevant in this deck, because I don't use any of the Pendulum hybrids in this deck, at least the Xyz one. But the monster effect itself actually pretty good against like Fauna Dragon and stuff like that. Then 2 Oath Dragon Magician, of course really good in this deck, pretty obvious. And of course 3 Wisdom Magician, of course really good card as well, I think you know that. And of course triple Harmonizing Magician, which is not a really good card to go into your Xyz plays as well as Synchro plays. So that was the monsters. Now let's see the spells and traps. Of course first, triple Dragon's Shrine, essentially to send Dark Rune to the graveyard so you can go for Electromite and whatnot, as well as that 1 Foolish Boreal. And of course with Dragon's Shrine you can send the Arc Pendulum Dragon first as well, and then send Dark Rune so you can, so it has multiple uses. Then triple Two-Last Alliance. Not a lot of people play this card, but I do play it for 2 reasons. I can search for those Pendulum Graph cards, as well as the Odice cards, like Odice Pendulum Dragon as well as Odice Arc Pendulum Dragon as well. So that's definitely pretty good for that. And as well as you can also search out Pendulum Call, which of course I do run free of. It's still a really good card, of course very weak to cards like Ash Blossom, but I think it's kind of a necessary risk, I would say. And of course you can search discard Dark Worm as well to get those plays off as well. And then your 2 Pendulum Graph cards, Star Pendulum Graph as well as Time Pendulum Graph. I used to use 2 Time Pendulum Graphs, but I do have some space issues in this deck, so I kind of have to drop it to 1, but it's searchable with 2-less land, so running it at 1 is not too bad. So that was Spells and Traps and the whole main deck. Now, let's the next deck. Of course, first I run 2 Supreme King Sark. You might wonder why do you run 2 in this deck. Actually, you can't summon 2 in one duel, because you have the pieces in this deck for it, but I'm not sure if you'll keep 2 in, because ultimately if you already summon 1 Sark, you should have already won. So we'll see what I will decide in the future. Then 1 Oda's Vortex Dragon. There's actually no way to summon it normally in this deck anymore, but you can of course summon it with the Oda's Absolute Dragon combo. Then 1 Supreme King Time Clearing, of course really good, really powerful. Just Raigeki on legs pretty much. And then one Ignister, because of course it can pretty much get rid of anything aside from cards that are completely unaffected. Then 1 Oda's Absolute Dragon, of course necessary for the Vortex Dragon combo. But it's pretty good by itself as well. Then 1 Norida, because you can actually go into this as well to make that unbreakable board essentially. Then 1 Supreme King Dragon Dark Rebellion, of course really good in this deck as well. Then 2 Time Star Magician, of course really good to search out your dark spellcasters. Then 1 Korgon, which is really good as well, especially against Sky Strikers for example. Then the Link Monsters, 1 Sephra Metaltron, of course really good for that Vortex Absolute combo, but it's pretty good as well. Of course that 1 Metal Force, Heavy Metal Force Electromite, of course very necessary card for this deck, pretty much gets all your combos going and gets you that extra advantage. And then the final cards in the deck are 2 Landfall Incos, because since Electromite is at 1, you have to have some other generic link monster you can't go into, so this pretty much just the cards 2 monsters and has that 2 downwards arrows. So yeah, so that was the deck. So this was my Sark Magician update, real life deck profile. So yeah, I still keep this deck around, that this actually might be my most competitive deck right now. Aside from maybe Dinosaurs, but not really sure. I think this deck actually might be better. So yeah, so I really love this deck. I will definitely keep this deck around for a while. So I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. For now, goodbye and Khaos out.